So here's a different perspective I have now in working with Mo and having Mo part of the show. Because I started watching this weekend, and I called it out in the first 10 seconds. And before Mo came on the show, I don't know that my antenna would have been up for something like this. So I'm watching ESPN this weekend, and Tim Tebow, who I really respect a lot. Like, I never understood why he was so polarizing. Great athlete when he was at Florida. Thought he's a good Christian guy, good role model, but people were really turned off by how Christian he was, right? So I'm a fan of his. But I'm watching him this weekend on ESPN. And California just passed a new law that says that if you're playing college football, they're not going to withdraw your scholarships if you get endorsement money. So you're going to start getting to be paid somewhat to play college football in California, right? So Tim Tebow is really, really against it. And in the first 10 seconds, I said to myself, wait a minute. That's white privilege.
When I was at the University of Florida, I think my jersey was one of the top-selling jerseys around the world. It was like Kobe, LeBron, and then I was right behind them, and I didn't make a dollar from it. But nor did I want to, because I knew going into college what it was all about. I knew going to Florida, my dream school, where I wanted to go, the passion for it. And if I could support my team, support my college, support my university, that's what it's all about. But now we're changing it from us, from we, from my university, from being an alumni where I care, which makes college football and college sports special, to then, okay, it's not about us, it's not about we, it's just about me. And yes, I know we live in a selfish culture where it's all about us, but we're just adding and piling it onto that, where it changes what's special about college football. We turn it into the NFL, where who has the most money, that's where you go. That's why people are more passionate about college sports than they are about NFL. That's why the stadiums are bigger in college than they are in the NFL, because it's about your team. It's about your university. It's about where my family wanted to go. It's about where my dream of seeing Florida win an SEC championship. And you're taking that away so that young kids can earn $1. And that's just not where I feel like college football needs to go.
That's fair,
There's that opportunity in the NFL, but not in college football.
So here's what I know about Tim Tebow is that he's got 4 brothers and sisters, and they were all homeschooled, right? Mm-hmm. And they found kind of a loophole in Florida law that when he was playing in Florida, that you can be homeschooled, but you can also play for a private school also, if you want to play sports. So he went to a high school that was doing really poorly in sports. He takes over and they win like a state championship, which all to me kind of reeks of privilege, like having that attitude. Like, there's a lot of guys that can't make that kind of money and don't have that way of growing up. So for him to have that opinion didn't really feel very broad.
Yeah, this is actually the first time I'm hearing this. And he's not qualified to say that, because you got to understand what he's not looking into is that probably 80 to 90% of the black athletes that get to that level and are so amazing athletes, they don't have those type of opportunities at home. They come from the hood. They come from poverty. They come from places where their mom and dad are still struggling and can hardly afford to pay for anything. And they're lucky enough to be so athletic to be in a position to get there. And you can't, if they can make $1 or $2, I've seen situations where college athletes were the number one athlete, but then they can't even afford to go home to see their mom. They can't, so it's like, if they are going to get paid for being so athletic and risking their bodies and put in a position where they can help their mom back home, then yes, they should be afforded that opportunity.
Yeah, because he kept saying it's turned into a me situation, and I'm like, no, it's still a us situation. It's just not us team, it's us family.
Mm-hmm. Right, exactly.
A lot of these kids get into sports to help the family.
I heard you in my head. I did. I'm like, wait a minute.
Yeah, and I like Tim Tebow, but listen to him, I'm over here steaming. Like, no,
right,
bro, no.
Right. So Davi has an idea for a new invention.
I do. And I've brought to the table my genius inventions in the past.
Yeah.
And Kristen said that they had legs, so that means it's legit. Uh-huh. Yeah. Like, you're basically my litmus test for this. So, in the past, I've brought up that we need a better, more efficient pregnancy test. Right? Nobody wants to go buy that little stick. It's so wasteful. Single-use plastic. I just pee on it and throw it away. That's silly.
It's not environmentally responsible.
Not at all. We should be able to get a pregnancy test on our iPhone. There should be an app for that. I could pee right on my phone.
Okay.
And it can tell me if I'm with child or not.
All right. Did you trademark that?
No, not yet.
Okay.
Because I haven't figured out how to pee on the phone without breaking it. Still working on it.
Now they're water resistant.
Yeah.
So it's possible.
Okay.
Keep going with
We're
it.
getting there.
Yeah.
And
See,
also,
I was
isn't
like,
urine very sanitary too?
yeah, it's supposed to be. Yeah. And
Okay, going with it. All right.
but that's the thing. Our cell phones are very dirty,
Right.
So they need to be sanitized. And I was always like, how do we sanitize our phones? They need to go into a little housing unit at night while we sleep and be sanitized without water or anything, you know. And then somebody went on Shark Tank and freaking invented it.
Oh, really?
Like, it's happening. Yeah, there's going to be a little house for your phone to get sanitized. So, but I was like, okay, I'm stick with this pregnancy test. It might have to be like a little paper thing that goes into the charger bit, and then you pee on that.
Oh, yeah.
And then dispose of that. I'm figuring it out. Don't steal my ideas. This is my app, pregnancy test app. I also was like, I wish that our phones could make like a Batman smoke bomb so I could leave awkward situations in like a really cool way. So you know how Batman's just like in smoke and then he's gone.
All right.
I would like to do that at parties.
So people
Like,
will know you're leaving. They just wouldn't see you exit, but they'd see the smoke and you're gone.
Yeah, it's like so it's not ghosting, it's Batmaning. And so like I'll just take my phone and throw it at the ground and smoke will go everywhere and then I'll be gone. But then my phone's left there on the ground and it's probably broken. So I haven't figured that one out yet either.
These are flawed ideas, but still, they're
But-
work in progress.
Well, we're hammering it out, you know? I got to think of the best. And then like my business ideas like Forever 21 Months makeover for babies because they're not that cute when they first come out. Let's just be honest.
Contour those chubby cheeks.
Yeah, contour those chubby cheeks. You got yourself a potato. Take it from potato to Kardashian, you know? And then Knuckles, the self-defense clown. Because I figured like little girls and boys should know self-defense in elementary school. And who better to teach them than a clown named Knuckles.
Right.
And I was going to do that. I took a clown class, realized maybe this isn't for me. I got really sore because clowning is the new CrossFit. Is it? Yes. I was
Save that.
I was sore for a week. It was rough. So my new invention, I was just thinking about it this weekend. And, you know, it's been kind of toasty outside and we're all, you know, trying to stay cool. And some people would say, that's a silly idea. Why not just get rid of this thing your body does entirely? And I'm like, no. You still want it to do this thing. You still want your body to fart. You want your body to be able to fart. It's good for you.
Mm-hmm.
But we need a more practical use for our farts.
Okay.
So instead of getting rid of farts entirely, I want to invent a pill that cools your farts. So when you fart,
Yeah.
it's like a nice little cool air, like a little AC unit in your pants. You know? So like that's a practical reason. So I want my fart to still exist, but I want it to like cool my body. So cool your butt in the summertime with cool farts. I'm working on the name.
Okay, I'm just curious how much quote unquote CBD oil you had when you came up with this idea this weekend.
It was a bit. And if you've ever, you know, had the swamp butt, if you've ever like been partial to having swamp butt in the summertime, and
It's prevalent in the South.
it is.
Well, you would have to figure out a way to cool off your entire internal system.
Yeah.
Because that's where the gas is coming
You
from.
just keep farting, and it goes throughout the pants. It keeps
But-
keeps your lower half.
Oh, wait. Is this a continuous fart?
I mean,
Like it's a running fart?
well, like you fart just the same. How many? There's an average. People fart so many times a day. I don't think that I fart with the average person, but
You think you're more or less?
less. But I think certain foods way more. So I'm like, okay, so I'm going to a festival this weekend. I'm gonna have some swamp butt. So I'm gonna eat a lot of beans. And then I'm gonna have cool farts all weekend. I'm gonna be the coolest.
Okay. Are they going to be cool and unscented?
I would ideally like for them to be unscented. I'm still working on this. But thank you for. I'm glad I brought it to the table here. You're like a panel.
Yes.
Yeah.
Gonna brainstorm this stuff, man.
If they're gonna be cool though, they should at least be scented. Because someone will come in and steal your idea and make it better. So
Yes.
Yeah.
bananas.
I really don't think we can take the scent away.
Bananas? That's going to be the leading scent?
Watermelon.
What?
Yeah, I think those would be fine smelling farts.
No, then people are going to be like cozying up to your butt too much. Be like,
Who's got the fruit salad?
Yeah. Are you vaping my butt? Get away from me.
Entertainment Buzz is coming up next.
Parental debate. At what age do you allow your child to wear makeup? We discussing your next Entertainment Buzz on The Bert Show.
The Bert Show.